Mike, good to have you back.
Hey, Brian, I'm doing great.
I wanted to ask you this. Normally we go by what you've researched and everything else, but give me something even off the top of your head. How close are we to just random outcomes in the playoffs?
I wouldn't go so far as random outcomes. Listen, I agree if long-term the team with the most wins never wins the World Series, that's going to end up being a problem at some point. But I think the big disconnect we're seeing right now is that the team you were in the regular season is not necessarily the team you are right now. Like, go back to the Phillies beating the Braves, right? There was a big difference in wins over the course of the season, but the Phillies had a terrible May. And then they fixed their defense and Harper came back and they played at a 100-win pace for the last 4 months of the season. And if you go back and look, you can look at this on MLB.com. Before that series, 6 of the 11 writers of us who made a selection for that picked the Phillies because they had healthier pitching. The Braves didn't. I mean, look at the Dodgers. No credit away from the Diamondbacks at all. The Dodgers had no pitching at that time. It's not hard to see why that happened. It's not randomness. It's the state of the roster at that point in time.
All right, I haven't given you a heads up on this question. How deep would you have to go in each league to get a club that you thought could not win, meaning you're not going to win a wild card, division series, LCS, and then World Series? Like, I can't rule out the Yankees. Like, say the Yankees magically got in. I can't rule out the Giants if they magically got in. How deep would you have to go before you say, no, that team can't win?
I think the answer to that is there's some teams that can't make the playoffs, right? You look at both Centrals, half the Centrals, and like Oakland and Washington and Colorado, they can't make the playoffs. You get into the playoffs, you do well enough to have even made it into the playoffs.
No, but I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you, could the White Sox, if they got in, get to the World Series?
If they got in, yes. Lots of teams can't get in, but anybody who got in had a shot.
Yeah, all right. That's what I'm saying. If you suddenly, what a disappointing summer, and suddenly put them in and like, hey, they've caught fire. Like, it can happen. All right, give me something on the circle of trust. That's mine, by the way. Circle of trust on the Rangers bullpen. Is it that bad?
I would hate to say it's bad. They made it to the World Series, but as far as trust goes, that's not a word I think I would use. Who do you trust, though? Jose Leclerc, obviously they used him pretty much every night. Does anybody trust Aroldis Chapman right now? So you look at their bullpen ERA for the postseason, and it's 3.72, which is fine. It's not terrible. Brian, the underlying metrics are brutal. The expected ERA, based on quality of contact, strikeouts, and all, 7.21.
Wow.
How do you get there?
Yeah.
Aroldis Chapman has a 1.42 ERA and a 7.35 expected ERA because he's getting hit hard. He's allowing walks. Texas bullpen as a whole have walked more than nearly 5 per 9 and struck out fewer than 7 per 9. That is no way to win a World Series. That's the single scariest thing to me about either team right now.
That is fascinating, by the way. StatCast is powered by Google Cloud. The expected numbers, that means it's bubbling underneath the surface. Maybe it blows, maybe it doesn't, but it's bubbling just beneath the surface. That was a great number. All right, Kevin Ginkel, meantime, is in the heart of the circle of trust on the other side. What is working for him for Arizona?
A Gink is here. Can you believe it? Listen, to go back to what you said about randomness, part of it is you have this guy like Kevin Ginkel, who was nondescript, I would say, for the last couple of years, got sent down to Reno as recently as this June, and now he's pitching like he's peak Trevor Hoffman. How can you predict that kind of thing? There have been changes made. He was great for the last couple months. David Adler wrote about this at MLB.com today. It was really good. And basically what's happening here is he takes his slider, he throws it. It's a real slider, by the way. It's not a sweeper, right? It's a hammer slider. His extension is elite. He throws it from well over the top, the highest release point of any pitcher in the playoffs. And what he's done since he's come back, as you can see here, he has thrown it outside the zone. He's getting chased with it. So he's made real actionable changes. This is why he's improving. And as David wrote, a good comparison to this pitch is Tyler Glasnow's curveball right now. Like, that is high praise. And that's when I look at the bullpens. I see Ginkel, I see Paul Sewell, who wasn't there for half the year. And those are easily the two best relievers in the series for me.
Yeah, we spoke to Ginkel during the season. He was having a good year. He's committed to his pitches, I think, is the main thing I remember from that. But you're right, especially those first 2 strikes he threw to Trey Turner. Here it comes. It's in the zone. It's in the zone. It is not in the zone. By the time it reaches you, it's gone. All right, here, I have a question for you now. I've been doing third time through the order. All through these playoffs, no one wants to hear it. Everyone's like, he's my starter, he's my guy, keep him in there. And I'm like, there's a penalty to be paid. How much of a thing is it, third time through the order in the postseason?
Yeah, I'm with you. Sometimes I get torn between this is an obnoxious topic that's not fun to talk about, and also, are you trying to win this baseball game or not?
Right.
And if you look at the numbers in the postseason, when you're supposedly supposed to have just the best starters, right? We're not talking about the worst team's worst starters. These are the cream of the crop. you're still seeing it, right? I mean, look at the numbers here. They are jumping. Third time through the order, slugging over 500. Now, let's be totally clear. There's a little bit of a selection bias in these numbers. It's not accounting for the quality of the pitchers who are or are not allowed to go out and face a third time. Maybe a guy's just facing like the top two batters in the order a third time. Like these are skewed to some extent, right? But when you look at the two teams in the playoffs, in the World Series, like Brian, if we do top 10 right now this winter, I don't think Texas is going to have any top 10 starting pitchers, right? They're good. They're not great. And that's going to be a real issue for Bruce Bochy because it's like, we know that a third time through the order is going to make them less likely to succeed. But also, who are you bringing in from that bullpen, right? That is going to be the line that Bochy's got to walk. And I'm not sure how he's going to handle it.
You know what's amazing to me, Mike? And this is basic. This is human nature. Everybody remembers when you go to a reliever and he blows up. Nobody remembers from this postseason. Glasnow, Freddie Peralta, Justin Verlander, Merrill Kelly, third time through, they get blown up. It's like we just intrinsically accept a starter failing third time through, and we just, that's fine. No one even talks about it, except on the show where we talk about it.
It's absolutely wild. Everybody is dealing right up until the second they're not, right? As you just gave some great examples, you can go back and find, wow, this guy was, scoreless through 5, and he gets absolutely torched through the third time. But that was the right thing to do because that's what starting pitchers do. You go back to the one game where Brandon Pfaadt got yanked early, 100% the right decision, and now they're in the World Series. Torey Lovullo will do the exact same thing again. I guarantee it.
And they roasted him for that. Torey was talking about, I know I'm a dummy. I go to bed at night. I can't even sleep. I'm not sure. I know I took him out too early. Like, no, you're fine. But that's not the heat that is out there. Mike, great stuff. Really revealing things. Great to talk to you again. And we'll see you during the World Series. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Enjoy.